What is this mystery family heirloom? It's been sitting around for decades, and my mother never knew what it was. It is 11.5 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and 4.5 inches tall to the top of the twist top. The height of the main body is about 2.25 inches, and it weighs around 4 pounds. Does anyone know what purpose it has? It's an early 19th century bed and baby bottle warmer, a household device used to warm beds before central heating became common, and it has a compartment that was used to warm baby bottles. It was typically filled with hot water and passed between the sheets before bedtime, taking the chill out of the bedding. What is this brass plate found in the flea market? It's around 15 inches in diameter, it weighs about 8 kilograms, and I thought it has some antique English drawings. Any information would be greatly appreciated. It's an antique basin to place a jug on top of it, made by Colleoni of Bergamo, Italy, from the 1890s to around the 1910s. The allegorical scenes often depict harvests, dancing figures, and floral elements, typically symbolizing the cycle of life, the fertility of nature, and the changing seasons. I found this object at my grandparents' old house. It's around 2.5 inches long, 1 inch wide, with no writing of any kind on it. Could someone please explain to me what this is? It's a 1930s to 50s roller skate key, used to adjust and tighten vintage metal clamp-on roller skates directly onto everyday street shoes. Skates from this era did not have built-in boots. Instead, they were metal frames strapped to the ankles and clamped tightly to the sides of regular leather shoes. Because losing the key meant the skates couldn't be used, children often wore them around their necks on shoelaces. What are these glass containers found in an old Soviet house attic? They have some powder that looks a bit like sand or sugar. Everything in this house is Soviet-made, so I would guess that these are too. I am from a post-Soviet country. What is it, and what is it used for? These are vintage sand-filled fuses. The sand is to smother the arc when the wire blows. Do not breathe that powder in. Soviet-era stuff has a solid chance of having asbestos in there. These fuses were manufactured in the Soviet Union during the late Soviet era, primarily spanning from the 1970s through the 1980s, until production ceased with the dissolution of the USSR in 1991. What is this thing dumped at the end of our street? About 2 feet long, with a metal disc at the top, and it seems to be made of fiberglass type material. It kinda looks like a custom motorcycle fuel tank, but I don't see any fuel petcock or mounting hook. This is utterly baffling. Please help. It's a coffee table, with the glass that is balanced on the stainless steel disc missing. The glass likely got broken. I also had this coffee table that I bought from a nail salon. I would call it space-age design. I really liked it, but it didn't fit my living room well. What is this object I found in the Semois River in Belgium? It weighs about 2 pounds, around 5 to 7 inches tall, and the base of it is roughly 3 inches. It looks like a candle holder maybe, but Google keeps saying it's a ceramic insulator. The inside holder portion is about 1 inch wide, with a depth of about 1 inch, and is likely made of ceramic. The lettering on it appears to say Hector, with some other inscriptions I can't quite make out. Some help would be nice, to see if I go back and take it home or not. Thanks. It's a Victorian match holder, used to store loose matches. Matches were stored vertically in the hollow top section of the holder. These were popular in the late 19th century. They were placed in smoking rooms, parlors, and on mantles to light cigars, lamps, and coal fires. We found this plastic thing in our grandma's attic, and were curious what it was. approximately 9 inches tall and around 8 inches in diameter. Inside the lid is just like a circle thing in the middle. Any idea what this is and what it is used for? It's a vintage 45 record holder, designed to hold 7-inch vinyl records, a popular media accessory from the late 1960s and 1970s. These cylindrical cases are typically made of durable plastic and can hold between 50 to 60 records. They were a hip way for music fans to bring their collections to parties or friends' houses. It was patented on December 21, 1965 by William V. Buchanan and Richard D. Muir, both of New York City. I discovered a line of these things while driving around the backlot of a pallet company building in west central Arkansas. These things are around 50 to 70 feet tall, and there are probably about 11 of them all lined up. I figured they had something to do with water, but there isn't a lake or river anywhere near this area. Does anyone have a clue? It's the remains of the World War II Arkansas ordnance plant behind Arkansas Pallet. The pallet company and everything inside the fence used to be an ammunitions plant for the air base back in the day. It was built in 1941 to manufacture detonators, primers, boosters, and fuses during World War II. The Arkansas Ordnance Plant produced an estimated 88% of the detonators and relays used by American bombers during World War II. The middle dividing wall sticks out beyond the outer walls to increase the wraparound distance to the other bay. All of this would prevent sympathetic propagation of an accidental explosion to the next bay and give the adjacent operators a chance to survive. What are these lightweight multiple pieces of metal, under 24 inches, that somehow fit together? I am dispensing items in my mom's storage units and have found these pieces of something. My mom says she vaguely remembers having it, but not what it is. She was a professional painter, and most of the items are art-related, but this doesn't seem to be. She sometimes acquired random odd things that she thought might make interesting subjects for paintings, but none were like this thing. It doesn't seem especially old, like an antique of any kind, but I don't know. I will add that even though the wheels must attach somehow, there is not an obvious way to do that. Any ideas on what this could be? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.